Welcome to Networking RX, a podcast devoted to helping business professionals like you enhance your networking skills in order to become more proficient giving and receiving quality business referrals and improving the overall quality of your life and the lives of those around you. The Networking RX podcast is a production of AmSpirit Business Connections, an organization whose mission is to empower business success through networking.
Recently, I was at a training/program that was being conducted by one of AmSpirit Business Connections franchisees. Her name's Shannon Walker, and she's an ad specialty marketing specialist sort of a person. Just give a plug for Shannon and Walker Promotions. But in this particular training, she was talking about making small talk. She was teaching the people, ways of making small talks and giving them tips and tricks and so on and so forth. And in that presentation, she reflected upon a song that was released in 1970, by Stephen Stills, and the name of the song is "Love the One You're With." And the lyrics, you can go online and you can find the lyrics pretty simple. I do remember the song. It kind of was of kind of a mellow, catchy tune to it. And it goes, if you're down and confused and you don't remember who you're talking to, concentration slips away because your baby is so far away. Well, there's a rose in a fisted glove, and the eagle flies with the dove. Don't know what that means. And if you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. Goes on. I won't go through the whole lyrics. But the point that Shannon made with respect to bringing up the lyrics, and I think there were some in the room who got the lyrics because they were old enough, or remembered the lyrics, and some who were like, okay. But she went on to explain that, when you're at a networking event making small talk with somebody, don't be looking around for somebody else to talk to. Love the one you're with. Concentrate, focus on the person you're with, and lean into that person. They may not be the exact person you want to be with in that particular moment, but they're the one in front of you. They're the one who deserves your attention, and that you really undermine your credibility. You undermine how that person feels about you if you are continually searching around for the one you love, the person you want to be with. No, love the one you're with. Focus on the person you are with rather than focusing all sorts of attention on trying to find somebody else to talk to. If you've ever been in this situation where you are having a conversation with somebody and you just know that they are looking to be with somebody else, they're looking to, they've kind of dismissed you as, hey, they're not a client prospect, they're not a prospect for referring me to clients. I am done with this person. I am just kind of politely nodding my head as I look around the room or check my phone or whatever. It's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling. And what I have done from time to time when somebody's doing that and you don't have their attention is I'll just stop talking. And no, I'm listening. Oh, you seem preoccupied. I'll just kind of call them on it politely. It's rude. It's rude. So Shannon just brings a great point home when you're out at networking events. I know this is going to be a really short episode. There's really not a whole lot to it. When you're out at a networking event, maybe you're looking to meet up with somebody or particular somebodies. But if you're in a conversation with somebody, focus in on that conversation. They may not be the one that you love, but they're the one you're with, and love the one you're with is really what it boils down to. It's a simple. It was a great song. It's great advice that Shannon pulled from that song for people to really kind of understand how to treat people, because I don't like it when it happens to me. I certainly don't want to do it to somebody else. And if you find that a conversation has kind of run its course, or there's somebody you do absolutely need to speak with, there are polite ways of getting out of conversation. Hey, can I get back to you? Can we talk later? Can I introduce you to somebody else? But just to ignore them or feign interest when you're really not, is off-putting, and it really becomes a disservice to the relationships you're trying to build. So, love the one you're with. Stephen Stills, 1970. Look it up, play it, listen to it, but really try to apply that to your networking efforts as you're out there at functions, mixers, whatever.
Thanks for joining us on the Networking RX podcast. Please put what you've learned into action today and let us know if you have questions, comments, or ideas for future topics. You can email them to us at podcast@amspirit.com. That's AmSpirit.com. Finally, so you never miss an episode, be sure to subscribe to the Networking RX podcast through iTunes, Overcast, or however you receive your podcasts. Now get out and network with someone.
The Networking RX podcast is the copyright production of AmSpirit Business Connections. All rights reserved.